Hello everybody and welcome back to another Gordon Aviation YouTube video, and today we finally have Washington Dulles International Airport Update 15. I am unbelievably excited to bring every single thing this update has to offer to you. We have some amazing flights. We have military evacuation flights, we have 3 new models, we have diversion flights. We have so much going on in this one update. I've been so looking forward to this update. Not to mention our brand new terminal and our military evacuation flights that did happen almost a month ago and are now I think they've completely stopped now. But yeah, it's been amazing. And this is about a month in the making, and I am so excited to show you my new Washington Dulles International Airport. This is Dulles kind of taking its final form. I might add another terminal over there to do like the main terminal building, like the Terminal C building where you enter. Speaking of which, next Friday I will be heading to this airport in real life. So yeah, on a United Express Embraer 145, which will be heading to Knoxville. I'm taking the later flight. And yeah, that'll be a great trip report. Can't wait for y'all to see that. But yeah, I got like 3. Okay, so basically, before we get in the update, I have 3 new models. I have brand new terminal, brand new Express, United Express area. And yeah, there's a couple new things to this update. I cannot wait to share with you. It's going to be a great update. So grab some popcorn. It's going to be probably a good over an hour for me to record, probably a good 15-20 minute video for y'all to watch. But grab some popcorn, relax, and yeah, let's get started. And here to start us off for today's update, we have the United Airways A319, which arrived in from Nassau, Bahamas, and will be heading out to New York LaGuardia. Now, I did forget to mention, but the way I do want to do these updates from now on is to do the United C&D concourse, or C&D terminal first, and then do the main A and B concourse, or A and B terminal second after that, just because I think it will flow a lot more a lot better with the new terminal setup we have and all that. So that's what I'm going to do probably from here on out, and then after the A and B concourse, then move on to the hangar and the cargo area and the parked aircraft and all that. So yeah, like I said, this is United Airbus A319 in the new livery. He arrived in from Nassau, Bahamas, and will be heading out to New York LaGuardia. And here we have a United Airlines 737-800 in the Evo Blue livery. He arrived in from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and will be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor or Red River Aviation's airport. And here we have a United 737-700 in the Evo Blue livery. He arrived in from Newark and is currently getting catered up and ready for a flight out to Atlanta ATL or Citrus Aviation's airport. Now, I know he did just do a spotting trip to Atlanta, and I would have gone, but unfortunately plans came up and I was not able to make it, unfortunately. If you ever, Citrus, if you're watching this video, if you ever do come to Atlanta or the greater southeast region, like around Knoxville or whatever, let me know. Maybe we can go plane spotting in Knoxville or ATL. It doesn't matter, but let's try and make a plane spotting trip or something. But yeah, anyway, he arrived in from Newark, and we are doing a turn out to Atlanta ATL. And here we have a United Airlines 737-800 in the Evo Blue livery. He arrived in from Denver or Mile High Aviation's airport, and he'll be headed out to Raleigh-Durham or Citrus Aviation's airport. And here we have a very special flight. We have the United Express Embraer ERJ 170. He was flying from Key West to Newark, but he for some unknown issue, he had to divert to Washington Dulles, and he's currently waiting for a gate to pop up, which he can pull into. I saw this on Flight Radar 24 about a month ago. I don't know why it diverted to Dulles. I'm not sure, but if you do work for United at Dulles, or if you knew anything about this flight, please tell me. I'm kind of intrigued to know why. But yeah, like I said, he was flying from Key West, Florida to Newark, and he is now diverted to Washington Dulles, and he will find a gate and then I guess, get reloaded up for fuel and then take off bound for Newark again. And here we have a United 737-800 in the Star Alliance livery. He arrived in from West Palm Beach, Florida, and is now currently getting pushed back for Chicago O'Hare. And here we have a United Express Embraer ERJ-175 in the new livery. He arrived in from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and is now kind of just sitting idle and will do a turn out to Philadelphia. And here we have a United 737-700 in the new livery. He is currently taxiing off the taxiway and to his gate. He arrived in from Boston and will be heading out to St. Thomas or AS Aviation's airport. And here we have a United 737-800 in the new livery again. He arrived in from Guatemala City and will overnight and do a turn out to San Juan, Puerto Rico. And here we have a United 757-200 in the Herald here in New York livery. He arrived in from Orlando MCO and will be heading out to a seasonal flight from 2019, which will be Lisbon. I cannot wait. Hopefully, eventually, United just repainted one of their new 757-200s in the Eva Blue livery. Not the Herald here livery, but like the Eva Blue livery like you see on my 737-800s and my 787-9 and 10s and all of that. But they just started to repaint them, and I cannot wait until they finish that. And NG Models or Gemini Jets will make a mold of them, and I will probably buy 2 of them. But yeah, until then, we got stuck with this one 757, which arrived in from Orlando MCO and will be heading out to Lisbon. And here we have a United 787-8. He just got pulled out of the hangar from maintenance, and he'll be towed over to his gate and do a flight later out to Accra in Ghana. And here we are starting the United Heavy gates. We have a United 787-9 in the new livery. He arrived in from LAX and is just currently getting the last bits of cargo offloaded. And he will overnight here and do a flight out to San Francisco in the morning. And here we have a United 787-10, which is currently just sitting here idle. He arrived in from Frankfurt, and in a couple hours' time, he will head out to Athens as a upgrade from a 787-8. They're now putting it on a 787-10. I think like once a week. Don't quote me on that, but I think like once a week. So yeah, he's just currently sitting idle in from Frankfurt and will head out to Athens. And here we have a United 777-200 in the new livery. He arrived in from San Francisco a couple hours earlier and is now getting heavily serviced for a flight out to London Heathrow. Now, instead of putting this route on the 767 like United usually does, I saw this operate on the 777-200 ER like once. I'm guessing because they just lifted the non-essential travel ban between the US and the UK. So he arrived in from San Francisco and will head out to London Heathrow with one of the biggest loads this plane has seen in a while due to the huge demand right now for flights between the UK and the US. I mean, it's not like a huge demand, but it does mean that people can go back. Like, say you're living in America and you have family who live in the UK, you can now go between without needing like an essential travel permit. You still have to be vaccinated though, but yeah, at least you can still, if you're vaccinated, at least you can fly between the US and the UK and vice versa without needing a work permit. So yeah, like I said, he arrived in from San Francisco and will be heading out to London Heathrow. And here we have a 767-300 ER, which arrived in from Houston Intercontinental and just got pushed back for a flight to Paris Charles de Gaulle. The pushback tug just pulled away back to the gate, and he's now starting up his engines and getting ready to taxi out for departure to Charles de Gaulle in Paris. And here, starting off the brand new AMB concourse, we have a brand new airline. We have the Etihad 787-9. This is not in the regular livery. I forget which special livery this is in, but if you know, please let me know. But he arrived in from Abu Dhabi and will head back out to Abu Dhabi. Not a whole lot, just a brand new model. My first JC Wings model too. I do like it, it's very nice, yeah. But like I said, he arrived in from Abu Dhabi and will head back out to Abu Dhabi. And this is a very beautiful model, this Etihad 787-9. And here we have this Lufthansa A330-300, which is getting serviced and will head out to Frankfurt after arriving in from Munich. I know this is horribly backlit, but I'm sorry my light cannot reach back here. But here we have the Air Canada Embraer ERJ-175. He arrived in from Toronto and will head back out to Montreal. The thing about this aircraft is that it doesn't really park at the A-B concourse. Air Canada usually parks at Terminal Z, but as of now, I don't have Terminal Z, so I'm just gonna have to park them at the A and B concourse, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, he arrived in from Toronto and will be heading back out to Montreal. And here, the first aircraft for the United Express area, we have a United CRJ-200 in the Battleship Gray livery. He arrived in from, let's have him arrive in from Columbia, South Carolina, and he will head out to Albany, New York. And here we have a Qantas Link Dash 8-200 acting as a United CRJ-200. He arrived in from Chicago O'Hare. I know that sounds weird, but I'm pretty sure it was like a repositioning flight or something like that. But anyway, he arrived in from Chicago O'Hare and will be heading out to, let's have him go out to Dayton, Ohio. And here we have a United Express CRJ-200 in the new livery. He arrived in from Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport and will head out to Roanoke. And here we have a United Express CRJ-200 in the old livery. He arrived in from, let's have him arrive in from Milwaukee, and he will head out to Pensacola, Florida, or Red River Aviation's airport. And here we have something very interesting. We have the United Express Embraer ERJ-145. He arrived in from Huntsville, Alabama, and will be heading out to Knoxville, Tennessee with me on it. This is a flight that I'll take about a week from when this video, a week from when this video goes up. So yeah, I expect a cool trip report about that. But yeah, like I said, he arrived in from Huntsville, Alabama, and will head out to Knoxville, Tennessee. And here we have a United Express CRJ-200, which arrived in from, let's have him arrive in from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and he will head out to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And here we have the final United Express aircraft for this update. We have the United Express CRJ-200 again in the new livery. He arrived in from Bangor, Maine, and will head out to Burlington. And here we have the British Airways A350-1000, which arrived in from London Heathrow and is currently getting the last bits of cargo loaded on and will head back out to London Heathrow. And now, because, you know, the aforementioned, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, because of the aforementioned lift on the travel ban between the UK and the US, British Airways is back to their pre-pandemic schedule of flying twice daily between London Heathrow and Washington Dulles. So yeah, anyway, like I said, he arrived in from London Heathrow and is going to turn back out to London Heathrow. And here we have a brand new airline and a brand new model. We have the Air India 777-300ER, which arrived in from Delhi and will head back out to Delhi. I believe that was Air India's pre-pandemic route schedule. I think they might have had Mumbai, I'm not sure, but I definitely know they had Delhi. I might be getting that confused, but I'm pretty sure they had Delhi at least. But yeah, they haven't been flying here since the pandemic, so hopefully we'll see them back with the 777-300 soon. But like I said, he arrived in from Delhi and is now getting serviced heavily and will head back out to Delhi. And here we have an American Eagle CRJ-900, which is doing a Charlotte turn, so he came in from Charlotte and we're heading back out to Charlotte. And here we have a Southwest 737-700 in the Louisiana 1 livery. He arrived in from Chicago Midway and will be doing a turn and heading back out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson. And here we have a Delta A321, which arrived in from Detroit and will be going back out to Atlanta. And here we have another Delta plane. This is the Delta CRJ-700, subbing in for the Delta CRJ-900. He arrived in from, let's have him arrive in from Boston and go out to New York JFK. Taxiing here, we have a Swiss Airlines Airbus A330-300, which arrived in from Zurich and is now taxiing out to Zurich. And here we have a FedEx 757-200, which arrived in from Indianapolis and is now taxiing out for Memphis. And here, the military charter flights start to begin. We have this Allegiant A319 acting as an Allegiant Air A320, which arrived in from, let's have him arrive in from Knoxville on a repositioning flight, and we'll head out to, I believe it's called Camp Douglas. That's, I believe, what, it said, like, the airport code is in VOK, something like that. I saw this flight operate for an Allegiant charter flight. I'm guessing the purpose of this flight was to help evacuate citizens from Afghanistan, but we'll talk about that more on the other side of the cargo section. And here we have a Southwest 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery. He arrived in from Baltimore on a repositioning flight and will now head out to El Paso, Texas, or the air base by El Paso. I forget the name of it. But yeah, he arrived in from Baltimore and is now doing a military charter flight out to El Paso. And here stuff starts to get real interesting. We have the Transamerica 747-200 Economy acting as an Atlas Air 747-400. He arrived in from Ramstein and will be doing another charter flight out to Ramstein. This is to help alleviate the Afghanistan evacuation plan. I will talk about that at the next aircraft. But yeah, like I said, this Atlas Air 747-400 arrived in from Ramstein and will be heading back out to Ramstein. And here we have the crown jewel for this update. The reason why this update took forever to make, almost a month, we have the United Airlines 777-300ER in the Eva Blue livery. He arrived in from Ramstein and will be doing a charter flight out to Ramstein again. Now, the first evacuation flight, I believe, happened on August 17th, I believe. But anyway, like I said, he arrived in from Ramstein and will head back out to Ramstein. Basically, instead of flying straight from Kabul to Dulles, which the 777-300 does have enough range to do, they would get military C-17s to fly from Kabul to Al Udeid Air Base in, I believe, the UAE, I believe. It might be, oh no, I think it's Qatar. I'm sorry about that, it's Qatar, I believe. But anyway, they would have military C-17s fly from Kabul to Al Udeid. And then from there, the passengers will be placed on commercial planes like this to go to Ramstein Air Base in Germany to be processed. And then they would fly from Ramstein to Dulles. But yeah, like I said, this United 777-300ER arrived in from Ramstein and will head back out to Ramstein. And that is going to conclude this airport update of Washington Dulles International Airport Update, episode 15. I started working on recording this update at around 5 o'clock, so almost 2 hours of work to record. I'm guessing would be like a 20-minute video for y'all, but I really did enjoy it. But yeah, like I said, thank you for watching this video. And it means the world to me for watching this long video if you made it this far. But anyway, if you really want to show your gratification to me for watching the video, you can like and subscribe. But thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.